Welcome everyone. Let's take a comfortable seat on our mats. Close your eyes. Tune in to your natural breath. Allow your sit bones to ground you to the earth. Breathe. Bringing our hands into prayer in front of our hearts. Let's start with setting an intention for our practice today. Anything you wish. And now joining together in the sound of Om. Let's take a deep breath in. Release the hands back to your thighs. Open your eyes. On your next breath in, we'll float the arms slowly up and then turning to the right, anchor hands front and back of the body as you gently look over your right shoulder. Breathing in here. Exhale fully. Inhale, arms up once more and exhale as you turn toward the left now. Looking over your left shoulder, breathing in, exhale out. The arms reach up once again, and now allowing ourselves to fold forward just as much as it feels comfortable for you. Breathing in, exhale fully out. Gently walking the hands up. And now preparing for neck rolls, we'll drop the chin to the chest and start rotating the head toward the left ear and then back to the right ear and forward. And then reverse the direction, going the other way toward the right ear, back, left ear, and forward. Once more at your own pace, moving slowly and continuing to breathe deeply. This is extraordinary for the brain and releasing tension. Returning to our neutral gaze, let's take our gaze gently over our right shoulder. Breathe. And then forward, and take the gaze the other way to the left, and forward. Once more, inhale right, exhale center, inhale left, exhale center. And now we'll roll over the shins and take our tabletop position on all fours, shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips over the knees. Inhaling, the belly drops, the gaze lifts. Exhale, arching the back up into cat pose. Inhale, the belly drops, chest opens, gaze lifts. Exhale, the back arches up to the sky, chin to chest. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest. And coming back to our neutral tabletop once again. On your next exhale, float yourself back into a wide-kneed child's pose. Allow your forehead to relax onto the earth. Maybe placing a block under your forehead if that's more comfortable for you. Breathe. You can, if you have the flexibility and it feels good to you, you can also bring your chin to the mat. If you've been practicing for a while, this might feel good to you. Otherwise, just leave your forehead down. tuning back into your breath, breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Resuming our tabletop once again, and on our next inhale, the right arm floats to the sky. Exhaling, lace that arm underneath the left, bringing the right ear to the mat. The left hand can rest on the mat next to your face, or perhaps reach it up to the sky, or maybe even take a half bind, bringing that top arm behind the back. Just stay with what feels good in your body. And again, breathe. Releasing now from that pose, we'll unthread the right arm, reaching it back up as we breathe in. Exhale it to the mat. Taking a couple free-form circles, going clockwise, just moving really freely and organically here. Letting go any kinks in your spine and in your neck. And then taking our tabletop once again. Inhale, the left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread that arm underneath the right, and either leave that right arm right on the right hand on the mat, or reach that arm up to the sky, or even take it behind the back. Again, just work with what feels good to you. There is no right way to do this. All options are beautiful. Breathe. Releasing the arm, unthreading the left arm, reaching it up on an inhale. Exhale the hand to the mat. Taking our freeform circles the other direction, counterclockwise. And again, just moving very organically here. Breathing deeply. And when you get to the back of your next circle, coming back to your wide leg child pose, forehead on the mat, let go. Now walking the hands forward into puppy pose. You can keep the forehead down if you prefer, or if it feels good in your body, the chin can rest on the mat. The palms and the elbows can rest fully on the earth, or you can tent the hands and have them up off the earth. Walking gently back to our table. Breathe. Now tucking our toes, pressing ourselves up into our first downward dog, and just pedaling out our feet to begin as we bend one knee, reaching the opposite heel to the earth, and switch. Maybe taking any other freeform movement that feels good here, perhaps wagging your tail from left to right, and then finding some stillness here. As the hips reach up to the sky, the heels to the earth. Breathe. Inhale, the right leg floats up, down dog split. Exhale, open the hips and take that leg into a bent knee to take a few circles. This lubricates the hip, bringing synovial fluid into the region. And then straighten that right leg, squaring the hips once again, and preparing to float that right leg forward between the hands for a low lunge. Back knee down, arms reach up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Taking a gentle twist to the right. And you can stay with the hands in prayer, or if you wish, you might open the hands wide to the floor and the sky, or even take a half bind, dropping that top arm behind the back, or if you're very experienced, a full bind. And we'll reopen the arms. If we took any options, bring our hands back to prayer, Return to center. Float the arms up and prepare for lizard. Bring the hands to the mat inside of the right foot as we heel toe that foot further to the outer edge of our mat. A few options in lizard. You can stay right here with the knee down, or if it feels good in your body, lift that knee up off the mat, maybe rocking forward a bit here if you like. And then drop the knee back to the earth and step into your plank pose. You can also drop the knees in your plank pose. Exhale, lowering to the earth. Inhaling to our cobra. Exhale, release, and find your way back into child's pose, this time with the knees together. Breathe. Tucking our toes, lifting back up into our downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And now inhale the left leg up, down dog split. Open that hip now and take your circles with your bent knee going in one direction and then the other direction. Take your time. And then straighten that leg once again, squaring the hips, preparing to step that left foot between the hands for low lunge. Drop the back knee, reach up. Exhale the hands back to the heart. And we'll take our gentle twist the other way. Again, you can leave your hands in prayer or perhaps open the arms wide. Maybe even dropping the top arm behind the back for a half bind like this. Or if you're more advanced, you can take a full bind. Or just keep it simple with the hands in prayer, which is a beautiful option. Releasing any options you took. Hands in front of the heart. Turn to center. Arms up. And then release the hands to the mat inside of the left foot. Heel toe that foot out a bit further for lizard pose. You can have that back knee down or up, maybe rocking gently. Breathe, opening the other side of our hips. Releasing the knee down if it was up, and then releasing ourselves back into downward dog. Inhale, rolling yourself forward into a plank, perhaps dropping your knees to the earth. Or keep them up, and then exhale, lower down, untuck the toes, inhale to cobra, shoulders back, elbows back, or you can choose to go to up dog with the thighs and knees off the earth, and then either rolling over the toes or coming through bent knees back to our downward dog. Breathe. Beautiful job, everyone. Now walking slowly, heel toe to the front of your mat. And then just taking opposite elbows and folding. Let everything go. And just rock gently on your breath. In Uttanasana, let your head and neck hang nice and heavy. Maybe moving your head yes, maybe moving your head no. Just let everything go. Let it all fall out the top of your head. Just breathe. Releasing the hands slowly to the mat, we'll roll up very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Uttanasana. Inhale, the arms reach up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, the hands back to the heart. Samastihi. Inhale, reach the arms up once more. Exhale, swan dives you all the way to the earth. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot followed by the left, down dog. Inhale, rolling forward into our plank, perhaps dropping your knees. Exhale, lowering either halfway or all the way to the earth. If you're going all the way to the earth, taking cobra. Halfway, you can take upward dog with the thighs and knees off the mat. And roll over the toes or come through bent knees, downward dog. Beautiful, yogis. Breathe. Now stepping the right foot followed by the left to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, sitting back into chair pose. Utkatasana. Put the weight in your heels, and then if you'd like a little more challenge, you can lift up onto the balls of your feet and stay there. Or if you'd like to take diver's pose, reach the arms behind as you straighten the legs, the torso parallel to the earth, and then rebend the knees, arms float up. Maybe the heels are off the earth, and then release them down if they were up. Back to chair, push off the heels now and forward fold. Great job. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale and fold. Stepping the left foot back now into warrior one as you spin that back heel down, arms reach up. And if you'd like a little extra challenge, you can interlace the hands with the pointer fingers pointing to the sky. Maybe your head hangs back, but if that doesn't feel comfortable in your neck, just stay with the gaze forward and the arms parallel. Releasing the arms, clasping them behind the back for a shoulder opener as we prepare to bow forward, lifting those hands up as much as it feels comfortable for you. Chest over the front thigh. Inhale, lifting back up now. Arms reach overhead as we prepare for warrior three, launching onto our right leg as the left leg floats off the earth. You can have your hands on two tall blocks underneath your shoulders for extra support. Or a mid-level option is have your hands in prayer in front of the heart, or arms alongside the ears for the most challenge. Returning to warrior one, now straightening the legs, bringing the hands either to clasp behind the back or take opposite elbows, or even reverse namaste behind the back for pyramid pose. Exhaling as we fold over the front leg. You may even bring your hands onto the mat or onto blocks, and feel free to bend your knees as much as you like here. Breathe. Inhaling as we slowly float back upright. Release the hands overhead and then float them to the earth, stepping back into downward dog. Coming into a modified side plank on the left knee, right leg straight and right arm reaching to the sky, maybe lifting that right leg off the earth if you like, or keep it down if you prefer. And for a little back bend, optional, you can take that right foot behind you and open up the chest toward the sky. Returning now to downward facing dog. Breathe. Rolling forward into our plank, perhaps dropping our knees for a modified vinyasa, releasing down to the earth, either halfway or all the way, and then inhaling to your back bend, either a cobra or an up dog. Exhale takes you to child's pose. Breathe. Let go. Slowly pressing ourselves back into downward dog. And now, floating the right foot forward, followed by the left, step to the top of your mat and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rolling up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, sitting back into our chair, Utkatasana. Again, stay here, or if you like, you can lift off the heels onto the balls of your feet. It may be easier for you to have your hands in front of your heart if that's more comfortable. And now perhaps taking diver's pose as we sweep the arms behind us and straighten the legs. And then re-bend the knees, arms float up. Taking the heels down if they were off the earth. Push off the heels and fold. Beautiful. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Stepping the right foot back, warrior one. Spin the back heel down, arms reach up. They can be parallel, gaze straight, or interlace the hands, index fingers pointing up. Maybe the head is back if that feels okay in your neck. Returning the gaze forward, and we'll clasp the hands behind the back, preparing to bow. Humble warrior. Breathe. Inhale, lifting up. Release the arms up. And then prepare for warrior one, a 3, launching onto your left leg now. Again, feel free to place your hands on 2 tall blocks underneath the shoulders. Mid-range option, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Most challenging option, arms alongside the ears. All are beautiful choices. Releasing back to warrior one now. And now preparing for pyramid, we'll straighten both legs, pop the back foot in a bit to 45 degrees and take either opposite wrists, elbows, or maybe reverse namaste, and then exhaling as you fold over the left leg. Optionally, you can bring your hands onto 2 tall blocks on either side of your left leg or to the ground. Breathe. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need here. Inhale, floating up. Release the hands. Inhale the arms to the sky. Hands find the earth as we step back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. And then release down onto our right knee for our modified side plank. On the other side, left arm to the sky. Perhaps lifting that left leg up or stay with it down. Optional back bend here as you shift that left foot a bit further back and open the heart to the sky. A modified flip of the dog. And then returning slowly to downward facing dog once again. Breathe. Taking an optional vinyasa here, modified or full, or just rest in downward dog, or Rest in child's pose. Listen to your body. No need to take every vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful, yogis. Breathe. On your next inhale, the right leg floats up, down dog split. Step that foot between the hands. Circle the arms open wide, spinning the back heel down for warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Check your hands, make sure they're straight. Looking over your right fingertips. Breathe. Sweeping the left arm behind the back. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm along the ear. Side angle. You can even drop your right hand to a block or the earth here. Or take your top arm behind the back for a half bind. Or just stay with the forearm on the thigh and breathe. Preparing to transition into triangle or trikonasana, we'll straighten that right leg. Left arm reaching straight up now. Gaze follows if that feels comfortable for you, or just leave your gaze where it feels best for you. And then returning to warrior two. Rebending the right knee. Cartwheeling the hands down to frame the front foot as we step back to downward dog. Rest here or in child's pose, or take your vinyasa, a modified or a full. So you can bend those knees and leave them on the earth, or you can leave them up off the earth, going to up dog. Finding your way back, meeting us in downward dog. Breathe. Beautiful. On our next inhale, the left leg floats high, down dog split. Stepping the foot through between the hands, bend the back heel down, arms open wide, warrior two, other side. Check your alignment, and then the gaze falls over the left fingertips. Breathe deeply. Take that right arm behind the back, left arm alongside the ear. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, the left arm to the front thigh for side angle. Stay here, or perhaps you may choose to release that bottom hand down to a block or the earth. Maybe even taking that top arm behind the back for a half bind. Gaze where you feel comfortable. And then release into triangle, trikonasana, straightening the front leg, arms reaching wide to the sky and the earth. Perhaps looking up at your top fingertips if that feels comfortable. Breathe. And returning now to our warrior two. Things are changing now as we take our stance wide to the side of our mat. Pigeon toe your feet and then maybe add an optional back bend. Hands to hips. Exhale to a flat back. Release your hands so that the fingertips are in line with the toes, and then fold, bringing the crown of the head toward or to the earth. You can also use a block under your head or hands, whatever feels comfortable in your body. It's your practice. Listen to your body. Stay with what feels easeful. and where you can breathe easily. Activating the crown chakra, the Sahasrara chakra here. Beautiful, gentle inversion. Inhale up to your flat back. Take a breath here to recalibrate. Hands to hips and return to standing. Inhale. Float the arms wide. Take your warrior two before cartwheeling the hands down to the earth, stepping downward dog. Beautiful. Taking a easeful walk back to the top of your mat. Fold. And just breathe. Reverse swan, reach the arms wide and up to the sky. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Inhale. As you shift your weight onto your right leg, bending the left toes around the earth, we'll sweep the left arm under the right, adding eagle arms here. You can either take your hands to your shoulders if this is easier, or you can allow the backs of the hands to touch or the palms to touch. Find what feels right for you. Stay here for eagle prepare, or if you want to take it further, you can lift that left foot up off the earth, or to take the full pose, cross the left leg over the right. By all means, leave that left foot on the ground if you wish. And then return it. The legs back, unfurl the arms. And exhale the arms down. Placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Recall the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. And just breathe. Feel the prana pulsing through your body. And then release the hands down, opening the eyes once again. We'll prepare for the other side. Weight on the left foot, right arm under left, eagle arms. Feel free to place the hands on the shoulders if that feels better. And then stay here, just bending that left knee. Maybe lift the right leg up, or even take the right leg across the left for the full pose. If this is your first time, of course, just stay with what feels easeful in your body. And then unfurling the limbs once again. Exhale the hands. Inhale the arms up again. Exhale, dives you to the earth. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot back, followed by the right to downward dog. Taking yourself forward into plank pose, perhaps dropping your knees, and then slowly releasing yourself all the way down to the earth. Arms are now alongside the body, forehead on the earth as we prepare for locust. Pressing the pelvis into the earth, pulling the navel into the back body. Inhale and lift the legs, the chest, the arms, the head up off the earth, focusing on length more than height. Breathe. Great job. Releasing down now and looking over your right elbow. Just make a pillow with your arms. Close your eyes and breathe. Letting go completely. And now bringing the arms overhead, forehead down. And again, press the navel, pull the navel into the back body, press the pelvis into the earth, and on your next breath in, float everything up off the earth, the legs, the chest, the arms, the head. Again, length is more important than height. Breathe. And release down. Make another pillow with your arms. Turn your head the other way. And again, just let go completely here. Melt into your mat. Knowing that even in a moment, you can just let go and breathe. And now bringing the hands alongside the chest, either with knees down or up. Push yourself up into plank and then back to child's pose. Coming slowly up, we will take rabbit, palms on the heels and the forehead coming perhaps to touch the knees or closer to the knees, crown of the head on the earth. And release and roll up. Sitting on our heels and then over to one side as we extend the legs forward, finding staff pose, Dandasana. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. And just let go. Breathe. Inhale, floating back upright. Exhale, release the arms. Bending the right knee. You can either keep your right foot where it is or take it across the left leg. For more intensity, we'll be moving into a twist. You can bend the left knee as well. Float the left arm up and then gently twist to the right, looking over your back shoulder for seated spinal twist. Breathe. Releasing gently out of the twist, take your counter twist the other way, drawing the forehead closer to the earth and uncross the legs, extending them forward. We'll take this on the other side. Left knee bends, foot stays where it is, or take it across the right leg. Optionally bend the right knee for more intensity. Right arm up, hook that elbow over the left knee and then look over your back shoulder and breathe. Slowly unwind and take your counter twist the other way, forehead closer to the earth. Inhale, lift and unwind the legs, straightening them forward. Preparing for single leg forward fold, bend the right knee, sole of foot to the inner left thigh, arms up before exhaling forward. Inhale, slowly lift up. Exhale, release, extend both legs, and now we'll take this on the other side. Left knee bends, arms up on the inhale, exhale and fold. Breathe. Relax the shoulders out of your ears. And then inhale, back up, right. And scoot forward as you need to. We'll prepare to roll slowly down onto our backs, one vertebrae at a time. Preparing for bridge pose, bringing the feet hip distance apart. releasing ourselves one vertebrae off the earth at a time as we lift the hips toward the sky and perhaps interlace the hands underneath the back. And breathe. Bridge pose. Slowly releasing yourself one vertebrae at a time back down, and then gently windshield your legs from side to side before we take our second bridge. Again, setting yourself up and then peeling yourself slowly off the earth. Stay here, or if you wish this time to raise your right leg into Ekapada variation. And release the leg if you took that option and take the left leg up. And release that foot down, unclasp the hands, and lower to the earth. Again, windshielding the thighs to release the low back. Maybe drawing your knees into your forehead here, give yourself a little hug, rocking a little bit from side to side before we move into rejuvenation pose. Extending the legs straight up overhead. You can add a block under your sacrum here for a little added lift if you like, or just stay with the sacrum on the mat. Stay with this, or move into shoulder stand if you are interested. Balancing the throat chakra here. And then if you're in shoulder stand, floating the legs back into plow. And we will all roll back down to the earth, slowly massaging the spine as we do so. Moving into fish pose with the hands underneath the bum, shoulders hugging the midline, releasing them to the earth. Chest opens up and the head hangs back toward or on to the earth. Opening that throat chakra, allowing all that fresh blood to flow into the region. And releasing ourselves down for happy baby. Taking the outer edges of your feet or the backs of your knees if that feels better for you. Maybe rocking a little from side to side. And letting go the feet, knees bent, and releasing them gently over to the left for spinal twist. Looking over the opposite shoulder and enjoy this beautiful supine twist. Just breathe. You can double cross your legs like I'm doing here, or just keep them as is. Coming back to center now, and gently lowering the legs to the right and looking over your left shoulder. Taking care to press each shoulder equally to the earth. Close your eyes and breathe. Coming back to center. And now give yourself one last hug. Bring the forehead into the knees. And now release yourself down to the earth for our final and most important asana, Shavasana. Stay here for 10 minutes or so, or as long as you wish. Have a beautiful day or evening. Namaskar.